want to play a game.
All right.
This game's called This or That, and it's presented by the one and only Ag America, so I'm super pumped. So back to the game, This or That. I'm going to give you two options. You tell me what you would rather go with. So the two kings, we've been talking about them all show. Who would you rather go on tour with, Elvis or George Strait?
Elvis. I mean, Elvis. Yeah.
No doubt?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's...
You're taking Elvis over George Strait? I mean,
it's Elvis. I think George Strait would choose Elvis over...
You think?
I don't know. But it's Elvis, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, George would be the dream. Now, of course, that's a more attainable goal now. But
for sure, yeah.
And Elvis might still be out there somewhere. Maybe he'll announce his next tour. I don't know.
Do you believe in that? I mean,
I don't think so. I've talked to enough people who knew Elvis. And
so in your mind, though, you kind of maybe thought that he lived
maybe.
on
it's
an
fun
island.
To think about. I mean,
It
for
is.
somebody that loves Elvis so much, you know.
But you're pretty much confirming, like, hey, he's not alive.
Yeah, I don't buy into it.
Okay. Well, this is actually, I'm glad we talked about it, because I still, in my mind, thought maybe because of all the stuff that you read about and see on the TV, and now, I mean, I've never seen an Elvis lover like you in my life. So now you're confirming it, so I believe it. So, damn, we might have to have a moment of silence for that one.
Well, I think he could have been for a while. I don't think he's still. If he was, you know, still around, I don't think he would still be around today.
Okay.
He'd be pretty old now.
I probably know this after talking to you for a little bit now. You've lived in both of the places now, but Nashville or Texas, where would you rather?
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love, now I wouldn't be who I am or who I'm going to be without Nashville, just with the music business here, the writers that are here, the industry that's here. I mean, the best musicians and the best songwriters in the world are here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, Texas all the way. And I think too, I mean, I look at my favorite artists have always kind of been outside of Nashville too. I think you have to maintain your own identity, and it's hard to do in a place like this. You know, it's a great place for young artists to, you know, find their thing. But I think you got to hold on to some sort of identity to really kind of, I don't know, stay true to yourself and stick out in this town. It's easy to get caught into whatever Nashville is at the moment. You know, it's easy to try to chase that. But if you're living anywhere outside of it, you go, oh, there's a whole world out here of normal people, you know. So, you know, Texas, yeah, one of these days I'll move back to Texas.
That's a great statement. You know who that sounded like? With Riley Green. So Riley, great friend of mine, he opened up this season, and he said the same thing. It's like you still got to hold on to a little bit of home, and he still has a beautiful farm back home in Alabama that he still goes to a lot. Parker says the same thing. I mean, obviously, these people that have come on the show, Ian Munzik, who I just think is a complete monster in the country music scene, he brings that Western style to Nashville. So that makes total sense. It really does.
And we play rural music for like people who live in rural areas, and you know, Nashville's a huge city now, and it's like if you want to live in one of the biggest growing cities in the world, and try to somehow connect yourself to a rural audience, you know, it's a tough thing to do. So
spot on. I love that. All right. Would you rather perform as a singer on stage or an actor on camera, if you had to choose?
A singer on stage. Yeah. I think I made that decision, you know, while I was went to LA, thought I wanted to do a little more acting, and I was like, man, I was just distracted every day by music. You know, I could sit there and play my guitar all day. I could wake up and start trying to write songs and do all that and work at it. I didn't really know how to work at acting. It's like, who am I going to be today? Or, you know, it's like, how do you, I didn't make the connection of how I really devote all my hours to acting. I loved it. I really, really loved the craft of it. Had a great director on Sun Records, which helped me really get into that and really feel like I was becoming an actor. But music it just makes a lot more sense to me than acting, you know. So I still definitely want to do more acting because it's fun, and then I have a similar approach to it the way I have, you know, music. I kind of tied all those things in, but music all the way for me.